you ever noticed that before someone steps into a new level of greatness, there's often a period of deep loneliness? This isn't just coincidence. Many believe that before God elevates a man, he first leads him through a season of solitude. It's a time when familiar faces fade away and the noise of daily life quiets down. In this silence, something powerful begins to stir. This lonely stage isn't punishment, it's preparation. It's where character is shaped, faith is tested, and vision becomes clear. As we begin this journey, let's explore why this quiet, sometimes painful season is so essential for anyone destined for something greater. Loneliness can feel overwhelming, but it often serves a higher purpose. When God wants to elevate someone, he removes distractions and relationships that no longer serve their growth. This isn't to hurt, but to help. In the absence of others, a person is forced to look inward to reflect and to rely more deeply on faith. It's in this space that true transformation begins. The loneliness becomes a crucible, burning away what's unnecessary and revealing hidden strength. This stage is about learning to stand alone so that when elevation comes, the foundation is unshakable. Throughout history, many great men faced seasons of isolation before stepping into their calling. Think of Moses in the desert, David tending sheep, or even Jesus spending 40 days alone. Each of these stories shows that solitude is not a sign of abandonment, but a setup for something greater. In these quiet moments, they learned obedience, patience, and trust. Their lonely stages became the training ground for leadership and purpose. These examples remind us that if you're feeling alone, you might just be in the company of those destined for greatness. Lonely stage isn't just about being physically alone, it's about confronting inner struggles. Without the distractions of others, old wounds and fears often surface. This is the time when doubts can feel loudest and insecurities most powerful, but it's also the moment when healing can truly begin. In solitude, there's space to process pain, forgive, and let go. God uses this time to refine character, teaching resilience and humility. The inner battles fought in loneliness prepare a person for the challenges that come with elevation. The silence of the lonely stage, a person often discovers their true purpose. With fewer voices around, it becomes easier to hear the gentle guidance of God. Dreams that were once buried can resurface and new passions may ignite. This is a time for deep reflection and honest self-assessment. What do you truly want? What are you called to do? The answers to these questions often come when the world is quiet. The lonely stage becomes a sacred space for purpose to be revealed and embraced. It is often tested in isolation. When there's no one else to lean on, a person learns to trust God more deeply. The lonely stage strips away false securities and reveals where faith truly stands. It's in these moments that prayers become more sincere and dependence on God grows stronger. This unshakable faith becomes the anchor that holds steady when elevation finally comes. The lessons learned in solitude are the very tools needed to handle greater responsibility and blessing. As the lonely stage progresses, something begins to shift. What once felt like isolation starts to feel like preparation. Confidence grows, vision sharpens, and a sense of readiness emerges. The pain of loneliness gives way to anticipation for what's next. This is the turning point when a person moves from being shaped in solitude to being ready for elevation. The lessons learned and strength gained in this stage become the foundation for the new season ahead. For the lonely stage, elevation finally comes. Opportunities open up, relationships are restored or renewed, and new doors appear. The person who emerges from solitude is not the same as before. They are stronger, wiser, and more prepared. The elevation is not just about external success, but about internal transformation. God's timing is perfect, and the lonely stage ensures that when the moment arrives, the person is truly ready to step into their calling with confidence. Looking back, it becomes clear that the lonely stage was never wasted. Every moment of solitude, every inner battle, and every quiet prayer played a part in the journey toward elevation. Embracing this process is key to stepping fully into one's purpose. If you find yourself in a lonely stage now, remember it's not the end, but the beginning of something greater. Trust the process, hold on to faith, and know that elevation is on the horizon. The journey may be lonely, but it leads to a place of purpose and fulfillment.